What's happening, Wisdom Warriors? Back at it for another video. Wanted to talk about a little about the energies after the full moon yesterday. And, I'm grateful, man. I just want to do a shout out to Swimming Through the Void, his YouTube channel. He just subscribed today to my channel and he did a badass, amazing full moon ceremony last night. It was off the chain. He rocks. And the whole community was so loving and awesome. And I couldn't be more happy that he found me and I found him, his channel anyway, and what he brings to the table. So check him out. He's awesome. If you want amazing readings and all kinds of other stuff, um, he blows a lot of these tarot card readers away. Um, and every time I've gone on there and he's done Cancer and a bunch of other ones, because again, we're all the signs, he's spot on. So, anyways, yeah, I was watching that. I was in the live. It was awesome. And so, I want to talk a little bit about it. When I woke up this morning, it felt really. I felt I felt like there was a shift. Um, I just felt kind of like like energized, um, but something was different, and that explains kind of Leo, and the lion, and courage, being courageous, not subjecting to our fears and standing in our power and standing in our truth. And I feel like going forward, that's what it's going to be. I've been getting a lot. It's interesting because I follow a lot of readers and I just had my reading done by a friend of a friend. And, the same kind of concept, or the same kind of I've noticed it's a pattern of the same thing that's coming with the love reading. And uh, you know I've been feeling it myself anyway already. But today I did some work. I did some clearing of some things that I've talked about on this channel before. Finally, I actually began to clear up an area of stuff and let go, and I went and donated it. Got much more to go. Let's just say that, a lot of containers, but I cleared up. I have to be proud of myself because it took me a long time to finally get to that. And I must have cleared up about two or three containers, you know, um, big plastic containers, storage bins. And, I put aside what I'm going to keep that I'm going to use at this other location. And then I took and donated a bunch and didn't think twice about it. Having used the stuff, I said, you know what? It's being donated. And it felt good. It felt light. I felt lightened. I kind of want to, I'm bringing into spring, the clearing. And it feels like, when I walk into that area now, it feels so much more clear. You definitely notice a difference um, when things are organized and cleared up. And um, it feels just lighter and different. It's hard to explain, but I'm sure you understand and know what I mean. But Yeah, there's a lot left to go, but I feel hopeful. And for a while, I've been feeling um, overwhelmed. But um, It was interesting, man. I'll talk a little bit about it, about the reading that I received. Uh, she wasn't really sure if it was returning person that I've already met in the 3D, but she brought up about the fact that it's somebody I already know and they're in my energy field, um, and which I've already kind of felt and noticed. And somebody I did date in the past has been coming up, but I felt called by spirit to reach out. And essentially, that person said they have nothing, there's nothing there, blah, blah, blah. But I still get that feeling that they're hiding something. And there's no way that what we experienced and went through, that there's nothing. Um, so I do feel like they're just, they're just, whatever it is, it is. I was told by spirit, by the reader, that um, I, she basically said, um, that I need to suspend all connection to it. Not that we're not communicating or anything like that. She wrote me back and, said what she said. And, but I was told to suspend all or connection for now. And then somebody else, a couple other ones said that I, well, that it's somebody returning. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I get that feeling intuitively. But I'm as I've been told, and I've been told internally with my own intuition to um, surrender, surrender, and let go, and that's what I'm gonna do. You know, and just continue on my path and know that it will all happen in the exact right time that it's supposed to, and whatever is supposed to will fall into place exactly how it is supposed to, as long as I continue to follow my energy, stay in alignment, and do the things that I feel called to do, like coming on this YouTube channel and sharing my experience, sharing the things that I've gone through, you know, the things that I've struggled with. And, earlier today, I decided to take a break and go to the water, and sit there and just uh, think and meditate and listen. And I felt distracted in a few different ways. I'm not gonna lie. I'm always transparent and honest on here, and I felt kind of distracted. At the same time, it felt so amazing to feel that sunshine on your forehead, and to feel the warmth. It was a little chilly, but I still got to feel the sun, and the skies were clear, and it was amazing, especially after the full moon. I didn't see any planes up there spraying, like typically they would be, trying to hide the sun. I didn't see that. And not that I really was focused on it or paying attention to it, but all I did see was blue skies, and the sun was blazing, and it was amazing. And I'm so grateful and so thankful. And I'm so thankful for all the new subscribers that we're getting. We're growing this amazing community that we're all going to come together and share in a safe environment how we feel, what we're going through, and we can get help from others and connect with others and meet other people like minded, you know. And it's truly a blessing, I know this is just the beginning, you know. I know that I've been doing this for over a year now, but I wasn't consistent. I went for months without posting videos or anything. Not to mention, I was going through a lot. My dad passed last year. It was extremely hard. We were extremely close, but I know that he's up there, and I know that he's around me, and I know we're all energy, and I know that he never left. He just transitioned onto a new onto a new journey, a new path that he was meant to go on, and that this was his time. As much as I tried to convince myself that I could have helped in some way with Reiki or something else, hypnosis, breath work, QHHT. I did do multiple sessions on him. I did believe that I could somehow control the outcome. But I know deep down, and all the things like Dolores Cannon talks about, and all these other people that do hypnosis, past life regression, and different things, that I know that we planned a lot of it out prior to coming here. Not to mention, I've talked about it on a couple other videos, that if we really had, like, we have freedom of choice and free will, but if we really had full choice to do whatever ever we wanted here, there would be a lot of people destroying humanity and destroying us and destroying the planet. I mean, if you really think about it, you know, evil would definitely take over. So I really truly believe that spirit is guiding us. I feel it. I know it. I've been connected to spirit. And so, so yeah, I felt called to, I know I'm going on a rant here, and, I'm kind of going all over the place, but sometimes I do that. And, but I just come through with whatever comes through. Like I said, I wasn't planning anything, but when I was at the water, um, I got downloads that I should start sharing more of what I dealt with many different types of addictions. Um, and I call them addictions because, well, they're really difficult to stop. And it takes a lot of times falling and getting back up many, many times to stop. Like sugar, for example, and chocolate and different things like that are extremely hard to stop. And a lot of people tell you, oh, you could wean off. I tried weaning off cigarettes. It was probably one of the hardest, most difficult things I experienced, um, even compared to drugs, um, because I was not one that used it like just all the time. Just, well, weed I did, but everything else was more socially used, but still was very difficult. But I can tell you this, and I learned a lot from my father because he had extreme and immense discipline. When he got cancer the first time in 97, he had to change his complete diet. He had to revamp everything. He had to do a full 360, or he wouldn't have been around for as long as he did. And he was very strict with sugar, extremely strict. Never really ate it, especially in the beginning years. Later on, he kind of, you know, got laxed and, indulged, but he still was extremely strict. And I watched that growing up. And that I feel like helps me a lot, but not fully because it was me walking in my own shoes. And I tried weaning off like the cigarettes. I tried, oh yeah, I'm gonna have only like I'm gonna discipline myself and say I'm gonna have like one today and that's it. It didn't work. Or I would say once I run out of this pack, I'm done. And then I get stressed out or something would happen, and I go and sneak. I tell everybody around me to try to keep me in this way that people would be kind of holding me accountable. And then I'd go and I'd sneak and run to the store because I'd be craving it, and the withdrawals would be insane. And I'd run and buy another pack, and then tell myself I'm not going to do it, and I'm going to just, oh, when I'm done with this pack, I'm done. And it just was a perpetual cycle that never ended. I had to just completely say I'm done, and stop. Um, and the same thing went for sugar, but it seemed like a lot of what happened was when I hit rock bottom, like with the sugar. When everything was going well, I continued to do it. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna have a piece of chocolate after dinner, or an ice cream sandwich after dinner, and that's all I'm gonna have. And then you'd have two or three, or four, or maybe the whole box, or maybe the whole pint. And It's no joke, man. It is hard, man. And I have deep compassion for everybody struggling with something that they have immense addiction to. It doesn't mean you're an addict. It just means you're addicted to it. It's addictive. It's heavily addictive. Cigarettes, sugar, all these things are heavily addictive. I mean, I loved garlic bread, pizza, all that stuff, pasta. And until I had to stop because of a health challenge, which I've talked about on here prior, Lyme and mold, which you really can't eat that much with mold, and candida and all those different things, which I've kind of learned more so where that comes from and how that arises and how you attract that into your life, which we'll get into more in another video. But I was forced to stop all of that. And disciplinary person had to step in and say, that's it, you can't do this anymore. And this happened twice, back in 2017, 2018, or 20, yeah, around 2018 when I hit rock bottom, another awakening, and rock bottom, which I'll talk about more in depth later on. But I had to stop completely because I found out it was candida, and that has to do with a lot with yeast and things like that, which I was eating a ton of. I loved freaking garlic bread, pizza, all that shit. It's it's tough. It's hard. It's pasta, all that. I mean, what can I say? So you know, I grew up very healthy from my dad, and him fasting and him detoxing and him eating healthy and cutting all those things out. But as a kid and you're in school and you see all the other kids eating junk food and garbage and you want to eat that too, and Halloween and all these different ways of becoming addicted to these foods, and you just get drawn to the bad things, you know um and nobody really wants to do the healthy things like going to the gym, and they rather just Netflix on the couch and eat tons of whatever, hamburgers, whatever, I don't know, whatever is your vice, whatever you use to numb out, whatever you use in your life to cope. And it's not even that, it just tasted good, and I use that as um, how I moved in life. Um, Food was my thing, but my dad always talked about um, we let me try to get the saying right. We eat to live, not live to eat. I think I might be saying it backwards, but you know it if it's, or it could be you live to eat and eat to live. Yeah, live to eat and eat to live, right? And I or maybe that, I don't know right now. um, I'll figure it out and say it on another channel, on another video. Sorry. Anyways, so I was a big foodie, and I wanted to travel the world and try every food from every chef. And then when the rug gets pulled from underneath you and you can't do that anymore, it's rough. It was hard. But I've gotten to the point this last year where I haven't had sugar. I haven't had carbs. I eat a different type that doesn't have yeast and things like that, like almond flour, but not that frequently. And now I've taken on fasting every other week, because we have to detox the body. We just have to. We're being poisoned from all avenues, from all ways, from the addictions, from the different types of foods that are. I mean, the and it builds up over time. So you can't just do it once and then you think you're going to get it all out of your system from all the years it's been piling up in your body. You know what I mean? So yeah, I know it's hard to. It's even difficult for me. This weekend I'm going to be doing another fast for 2 days, 2 or so days. But mind you, I've changed my way of doing it. And instead of planning, I'm going to do this amount of days, I just say, I'm going to do it possibly. And when that day comes and I feel called to do it, I'll do it. And I'll do it for however long I decide to do it. If it's a few hours, if it's a whole day, that's okay. Whatever it is, it is. Versus me just saying, I'm going to do it for 3 days or I'm going to do it this weekend, guaranteed I'm doing it. Excuse me. You just sip some of this. Um, I've made it. I've I've decided to do it in a different way. I've decided to just start whenever and go as long as I can, and whatever it is, it is. But I'm proud of myself for whatever I've done, And same goes for the food, And then you just don't want to shame yourself and judge yourself for what you're doing, you know. If you fall off and you have to pick yourself back up and start all over again, that's okay. That's okay. You know, there's a lot of shit around us, that is very easy to uh, be attracted to, whether it's women, men, whatever, man. The the stuff that's bad is more celebrated than the stuff that's good for you, and that's the difficult part. Even the government speaks about the things that are simple and quick, so you think are quick fixes, but you won't hear them promoting go to the gym or eat healthy or strengthen your immune system and have more vitamin C or things like this. You won't hear that. It's more There's more fast food restaurants than there are healthy restaurants. There's more, um, you know, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to get at. So I urge you to start just reevaluating your life and where you're at and what you're doing, and just think, is this good for me or is this not good for me? You know, it's not easy to stop. It's not easy to change because most of the time we have a clique that we're in that do the same stuff, whether it be alcohol or the foods or whatever. And they're not going to go to the places that you would decide to change and go to. So that's when people start falling off. Things start happening where you don't click with that group anymore, or they just don't do it for you anymore because you don't engage in those things anymore that they do. So it's tough, man. It creates you to have to change in all aspects of your life. And that's why I believe that our higher self leads us into these directions of hitting rock bottom and having to change our diet or having to change our lifestyle, because then you start to change everything in your life. People, places, relationships, every single thing starts to change. And it's not intentional that you say, well, I'm just going to stop. Sometimes it is. I'm just going to stop talking to these people or whatever. But other times it's done because you completely change how you used to be and you're not that way anymore. So your whole life starts changing around you, and then you find yourself not being clicking with these people that you went to high school with or elementary school or whatever it may be. So, this is the part of growth, you know, this is a part of evolution and the shifts that were happening as a collective and as humanity grows and evolves. And as we keep moving in 2023, so yeah, it's not easy, man. It ain't easy, and I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat anything. It's very difficult, and but I just want to say, I know it's not a lot. We hit 28 subscribers. I know it's not a lot, but it's a lot for me, and I'm grateful to have this group of people that are decided to hit the subscribe button and decided to watch videos that I produce and put out and decide to like them and comment because I appreciate every comment and I try to reply to every single one of them. I mean, we're very small right now, but my tribe is here. It just, they haven't subscribed yet. That's okay. I'm grateful for who has, and I'm grateful for, the input that you take the time uh, to give, because you're helping everyone. You're helping others who may be going through these struggles themselves. By you commenting and you subscribing and you liking, you're helping to share these videos around the world and grow and improve the algorithm so we can grow and achieve a much larger audience, and we all can help one another in this safe um, community where we all share wisdom and we're all warriors, you know, from a heart, from a loving, centered heart, and so I deeply, deeply am grateful. And I want to, I can't thank you all enough for watching, for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for commenting, for all of it. I, from the bottom of my heart, I am so truly grateful, and we've had, quite a few subscribers in the past week. I think we were sitting at like 19 for a while, and then now we're at 28, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful and thankful. It's a blessing, man. Um, I knew this was coming. I saw it many, many years ago. I knew I was going to speak and teach and bring my wisdom and my life experience to the forefront for a big audience. I just knew this as a small kid, and I just never knew it would be on YouTube, and I'd be, not that we had YouTube when I was a kid, but, I'm not that old, mind you, either. I'm 44 going on 45, so, but we didn't have YouTube when I was a kid, and we had dial up internet. We didn't have cell phones, we had pagers. But, it was more peaceful, I think. But to have a platform like this and have the ability to grow it so large and reach people all around the world from just posting a video that could help so many. Just remember that when you like this video, you're helping somebody too, because you're now giving YouTube the chance for us to improve the algorithm by liking it. You are actually helping others. By subscribing, you are actually helping others. By commenting, you're helping others. So you don't even realize by just doing that how much you're impacting the world, because we are changing this planet. Love is the answer to all, and only love heals. And we're doing it one by one on this channel, baby. So come on with us. Come on this train, Wisdom Warriors. We got this. Let's go. I hope you loved this video. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you could find something in it that helps you within change, grow, evolve. So again, thank you. All my blessings to all of you, all the new subscribers. Thank you. You're a true blessing. I appreciate you. Please share it to somebody that needs it, because you'll help the channel grow. Thank you so much again. I love you all so much from the bottom of my heart, from my heart to yours. Thank you again. Namaste. I love you all. Peace. We out. I love you, Wisdom Warriors. Let's go, Wisdom Warriors.